Tensions between the United States and Iran have escalated dramatically in recent months, reaching a point where many observers are warning of the possibility of a direct confrontation. These rising tensions are deeply intertwined with the ongoing conflict between Israel and its regional adversaries, particularly Iran-backed groups such as Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, and various armed factions in Syria and Iraq. The situation is fluid, dangerous, and rapidly evolving, with significant implications for global stability and the everyday lives of Americans. At the center of the current crisis is Iran's growing involvement in supporting proxy forces across the Middle East, particularly as Israel continues its military campaign in Gaza. Iran has positioned itself as the main backer of Hamas and Hezbollah, two groups that are actively engaged in hostilities with Israel. While Iran has not directly entered the war, its fingerprints are all over the conflict through weapons supplies, intelligence support, and ideological alignment. In response, the United States has significantly increased its military presence in the region, deploying warships, fighter jets, and missile defense systems to deter further escalation and protect its allies. In recent weeks, American forces in Iraq and Syria have come under frequent drone and rocket attacks from Iran-aligned militias. These attacks, often aimed at U.S. military bases, have triggered retaliatory strikes by the Pentagon. Though relatively limited in scope, these exchanges have increased the risk of a miscalculation. At the same time, Iran has accelerated its naval activity in the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz, a vital choke point through which nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passes. Iranian patrol boats have harassed commercial vessels, and in some cases, Tehran has seized tankers, further straining relations with Washington. Iranian leadership has issued strong public statements condemning the United States for its support of Israel, warning that continued military aid to the Israeli government will provoke a broader regional war. Iranian officials have declared that the U.S. will not be immune from the consequences of what they describe as a genocide in Gaza. In parallel, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and top Revolutionary Guard commanders have hinted that Iran may intervene more directly if the war in Gaza expands or if Israeli strikes target Hezbollah in Lebanon with greater intensity. Meanwhile, in Washington, the Biden administration has been walking a fine line. On one hand, the U.S. has reaffirmed its commitment to Israel's defense, supplying it with advanced munitions and diplomatic cover. On the other, officials are urging de-escalation and attempting to prevent a wider war. This balancing act is becoming increasingly difficult as the conflict in Gaza shows no sign of ending, and Hezbollah steps up its cross-border attacks on Israeli positions. The United States has already evacuated non-essential personnel from some embassies in the region and issued warnings to commercial airlines about potential airspace risks. One of the most worrying developments is the growing alignment of Iran's regional allies. The so-called Axis of Resistance, which includes groups in Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen, is becoming more coordinated and aggressive. The Houthis in Yemen, for example, have launched long-range missile and drone attacks toward Israel, and some of these were intercepted by U.S. Navy ships in the Red Sea. This new level of coordination points to a shift in Iran's strategy from indirect engagement through isolated militias to a more united front aimed at confronting Israel and deterring U.S. intervention. From a military perspective, the region is already on a knife's edge. The U.S. Navy has deployed multiple carrier strike groups to the eastern Mediterranean and the Red Sea. These include advanced destroyers and aircraft carriers capable of launching precision strikes deep into Iranian territory if needed. At the same time, American special forces have been placed on heightened alert in case evacuations or rapid deployments become necessary. Iran has responded by mobilizing segments of its Revolutionary Guards and conducting joint military exercises with Russia and China, signaling a willingness to resist U.S. pressure and forge new global alliances. This military buildup is accompanied by a surge in cyber activity, Iran's cyber units have reportedly ramped up operations targeting U.S. infrastructure, financial institutions, and government networks. These efforts are not just isolated incidents, but part of a broader strategy to weaken American resolve and create domestic unrest. There is also growing concern that Iran could use its cyber capabilities to disrupt logistics, elections, or energy infrastructure if tensions escalate further. For the average American, the consequences of this escalating conflict may seem distant at first, but they are already starting to manifest in real, tangible ways. One of the most immediate impacts is on gas prices. Global oil markets are extremely sensitive to instability in the Middle East, particularly in areas like the Strait of Hormuz. Even the threat of conflict in that region sends shockwaves through global supply chains. Gas prices in the U.S. have already begun to rise as traders factor in the risk of a disruption. If Iran were to close or mine the Strait of Hormuz, it could send global oil prices soaring, potentially doubling or even tripling fuel costs within weeks. Higher energy prices have a cascading effect across the economy. Increased transportation and manufacturing costs contribute to inflation, which is already a major concern for many Americans. Food prices, utility bills, and the cost of everyday goods could all rise sharply if this conflict intensifies. At a time when the U.S. is still recovering from the economic disruptions of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukraine war, another shock to the global energy system could push inflation higher and force the Federal Reserve to take aggressive monetary actions, such as interest rate hikes, which in turn would affect mortgages, loans, and credit availability. The impact on global supply chains is also significant. Many goods shipped between Asia, Europe, and the Americas pass through Middle Eastern maritime routes. If these routes become unsafe due to naval confrontations or missile threats, shipping delays and costs will increase. This could affect the availability of consumer electronics, cars, clothing, and other essential imports. American businesses relying on global supply chains may face new disruptions, leading to layoffs or price increases passed on to consumers. Financial markets are another area of concern. The uncertainty surrounding the U.S.-Iran conflict is already causing volatility in global stock markets. Investors are pulling back from risky assets and moving funds into gold, bonds, and other safe havens. This retreat from equities can cause a downturn in retirement portfolios, 401k plans, and investment accounts, eroding the financial security of millions of Americans. If the conflict worsens, we could see a repeat of previous market crashes sparked by geopolitical crises. There is also a growing risk of domestic unrest. As the conflict drags on, and especially if American troops are drawn into direct combat, public opinion could turn sharply. Protests, political polarization, and media scrutiny could create a turbulent domestic environment. Questions about military involvement, spending priorities, and foreign policy will dominate the political landscape. In an election year or a closely divided Congress, this could paralyze decision-making and deepen societal divisions. One under-discussed risk is the potential for terrorism. Iran has a long history of supporting groups capable of launching attacks outside the Middle East. If the conflict escalates, intelligence agencies are warning of the possibility that Iran or its proxies could attempt retaliatory actions on U.S. soil or against U.S. interests abroad. While the probability remains low, the consequences would be severe. Airports, public events, military installations, and embassies have all been placed on higher alert as a precaution. The Biden administration is attempting to manage the crisis through diplomacy, back-channel communications, and coordination with allies. But the options are limited. Iran's leadership believes it has little to lose and much to gain by resisting American pressure. With the Israeli campaign in Gaza continuing and no ceasefire in sight, Iran feels emboldened to push back harder. Meanwhile, the U.S. cannot afford to look weak in the face of aggression, especially with China and Russia watching closely. The involvement of these global powers further complicates the picture. Russia and China have both signaled support for Iran's position, criticizing U.S. actions and providing economic and military assistance to Tehran. Yet, while neither country is likely to intervene directly, their backing emboldens Iran and increases the risk of the conflict expanding beyond the Middle East. The formation of new geopolitical blocs, one led by the US and its allies, the other by China, Russia, and Iran, raises the specter of a new Cold War with regional conflicts acting as flashpoints. As the situation deteriorates, the possibility of a wider war cannot be dismissed. A misstep, an accidental strike, or a targeted assassination could trigger a spiral of retaliation. If US or Israeli forces kill a high-ranking Iranian commander, or if an Iranian missile causes mass casualties in an American base, the escalation ladder could move quickly. The deployment of thousands of US troops to the region in recent weeks is a clear indication that the Pentagon is preparing for that possibility. Such a war would have unpredictable and devastating consequences. It could lead to years of instability in the Middle East, massive displacement of civilian populations, and a refugee crisis that extends into Europe and beyond. It could also draw in additional actors, from Turkey to Saudi Arabia to Pakistan, further complicating an already volatile situation. In the worst-case scenario, the use of long-range missiles, drones, and even nuclear threats could push the world into a much broader confrontation. For everyday Americans, the most important takeaway is that this is not just a foreign issue. The ripple effects of this conflict are already being felt in rising gas prices, economic uncertainty, and the growing risk of global instability. Policymakers, military planners, and intelligence agencies are all on high alert, but the situation remains fragile. The next few weeks will be critical in determining whether diplomacy can prevail or whether the world is on the verge of another major war. The crisis between the United States and Iran is not an isolated episode. It is the result of years of unresolved tensions, broken agreements, proxy wars, and shifting alliances. Its connection to the Israel conflict adds another layer of complexity, drawing in a web of actors with competing interests and deep historical grievances. In the current environment, even small events can have outsized consequences, and the room for error is shrinking. The economic consequences are already becoming a political issue in the United States. Rising energy prices are affecting public opinion, and there is growing pressure on the administration to either act decisively or withdraw. Neither option is risk-free. Decisive action could mean military strikes or sanctions that further inflame the situation. Withdrawal could be seen as a sign of weakness and invite further aggression. The U.S. is caught between its strategic commitments in the region and the growing demands of domestic stability. In the coming days and weeks, all eyes will be on key flashpoints: the Lebanese-Israeli border, U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria, the Strait of Hormuz, and Iranian domestic politics. Each of these could ignite a chain reaction. The stakes are high not just for diplomats and generals, but for every American who relies on a stable economy, affordable fuel, and a peaceful world order. The decisions made now will shape the global landscape for years to come.